Good afternoon, good evening, you guys. Peace and blessings to you. It's Australia of Persuaded Beauty, and I'm coming to you live on tonight. What's going on? Peace and blessings again to you. And happy Friday, happy Flawless Friday. Today's look is just inspired by my brand, Persuaded Beauty, and it is not limited to my services as a makeup artist. It refers to that woman who searches her darkness and rises in love with her light. She is unapologetically confident in herself, her spirituality, and she is a free thinker. Okay, so this is like a blossom look right here, because once you actually become that persuaded beauty, you truly blossom, internally as well as externally. So tonight, are you toxic or nah? That is a topic of discussion, and I wanted to share 3 ways to tell if you are toxic or someone that you know could be toxic. And I know you're probably thinking like, okay, why talk about this? Well, October is Emotional Wellness Month, and to show my support, I have decided to come on and share practical tips and tools that you can use to build and be more emotionally healthy. Okay, and this relates to mental health because in mental adversity, because I dealt with this. I dealt with this several years ago, and I had to go through some things in order to get stabilized, and I want to be able to share some things with you that I know that you can use, and also information that has been shared with me as well. So first things first, they're always the victim. Now, what do I mean? If you feel like you're someone that's feel like you're just, everything always happens to you, or you never have any good luck, or this is a person that just always has someone else to blame for their problems, such as they didn't meet their deadline because so and so didn't let them know, or they're hungover because they worked too late on the project, and it's just always something, an excuse, then that's a sign of being toxic. And accountability is very, very key whenever it comes to dealing with mental health and being emotionally intelligent. You have to hold yourself accountable, and you got to be able to recognize it within yourself as well as in other people. If maybe I need to chill. Maybe I need to take a step back, because I've noticed that this is a pattern, and I want to get to the bottom of it. So just know that bad things and unavoidable accidents happen to all of us. No one is really exempt from that, no matter how positive you choose to be. And the reason for that being is because that's just life. It's inevitable. But some people are happy for blaming, everyone else for their problems, and including those that they should take personal responsibility for. So basically, it's always whatever happens to them is always their fault, and you have to understand that that is toxic, and that can ultimately push people away and cause you to not even know yourself if this is actually something that you recognize is happening when you're interacting with people. Like that's not normal. It's not cute. It's not fancy. Like none of that. Excuse me, my eyelashes are itchy. So hey, Cousin Hill, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Sanithia R is on. Thank you for always tuning in and being supportive. And she says negative Nancy's. Yes, negative Nancy's. Who needs that? That does nothing for your energy or your vibration, but decreases it, and it drains you. Like being around someone like that is draining. All right. The second one is they always need to be right. Toxic people can be very thin-skinned that they can't even imagine or fathom being wrong. It doesn't matter how big or small the issue is, they'll always argue their point of view until you give up out of exhaustion. It's like what you think, what you feel, or even believe in doesn't matter. So their need to be right in their minds, it's like it's just common sense, it's truth, and it's even something very, very normal that everybody should be doing. And they'll pursue a particular issue until they have you believe that it's right. And they'll even happily take their fight as far as going to the legal system. It's just like, really? So if you're that person, or if you're dealing with someone that feels like they always have to be right no matter how big, or how small, then that's most likely a sign of a toxic person. And you just gotta stay away from that. You gotta stay away from that. So the third thing is they never have nice things to say about others. Never. It's always negative this, or they're picking someone apart. They never appreciate anything that anyone does. They're just always, not having anything nice to say. This is a third trait of a toxic person. And if you're finding yourself being that person that's always having something to say, have that reality check with yourself. I encourage you to. I would rather have that check with myself than, have someone else check me about it, because you never know what situation you can be in if that was to actually take place. And that could also cause another big raffle. So you don't want that. But again, if you're that person or someone is never have anything nice to say, they're always finding it easy to find something petty or negative to say about someone, then most likely that's a toxic person. And that's just not good. Gossiping, just talking about stuff, like, gotta catch yourself. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I've never sat and gossip about someone. I've done that. I've been there, and I have to check myself, like, I need to chill, sis. Like, look at this. Okay, well, maybe this person don't stand up this particular way as it compares to you, but they have this, and this. Or just appreciating people for what they can offer. Like, it doesn't have to be a thorough situation every time. So, how can you handle toxic people? I'm glad you asked. I would encourage you to just know your boundaries and stick to them. Honor your code, okay? Don't let a toxic person cross your boundaries for their own gain. Work out what is important for you and make sure you don't budge on it. So if you do decide to deal with someone or continue communicating with someone that is necessarily toxic, and you feel like you've offered resources to them, and you've just accepted that that's pretty much who they are, then again, learn to have your boundaries, or have those boundaries with them. Make sure you don't budge and you stick to it, and just tolerate what you want to tolerate. Okay? Also, journaling. FYI, I have a 31-day gratitude of attitude journal challenge going on right now. We are on day 26, so I'm excited about that. I've been really going in on this challenge, and it's something that I do anyways, but it's just it never ceases to amaze me about the things that I learn about myself when I write stuff down and really just put it plainly on paper. But so know your boundaries, and if you just can't deal with that, then cut them off completely. Okay, don't even deal with that. It's not even worth the energy. It's not even worth it, or even stooping to their level. Just stay away. Okay. But yeah, so just know your boundaries, stick to them, keep a record of it, journal it, write it down, cut them off, stay away from them, and just, you know, focus on what makes you happy and what works for you. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I encourage you to check out my website. I have a couple of blog entries speaking on topics such as this. I would love to hear your thoughts respectfully on there. Check me out on YouTube. I'm growing on my YouTube channel. Persuaded Beauty is the name, so check it out. Let me know what you think. And until next time, I want you guys to stay persuaded and know that I'm rooting for you. Bye.